Beautiful. So welcome everyone to officially our first Conscious Creator Academy Masterclass. So I'm so excited that Conscious Creator Academy is now live, and I'm really thrilled to have those of you that are able to join live. And of course, if you're watching the replay, I'm so thrilled to have you here as well. And today's conversation or today's topic really sits really dear to my heart, and what it is stepping into the identity of who you are choosing to become, or rather how I'd rather present it in actual fact is embodying your true identity that connects you to your desired reality. You see, in actual fact, the title of stepping into the identity of who you're choosing to become actually suggests, it kind of suggests that in order to have what you want, you must step into an identity, that you have to become something or someone. And this is one of the biggest problems that I see, that most people think that they need to change who they are in order to have what it is that they want, or they're struggling to embody their true identity. And the identity that holds them in their greatness and genius, and the identity that holds them in that creative orientation, the identity that has them being it now, seeing themselves at that level of what they desire. So, so I'm really mindful of the word, becoming. And I know that we use it in a way, that is connected into a desired reality. But to me, the more that I've thought about it, is just this real suggestion that you're not it now. And so I really want to unpack that, an identity that we are it now, because we do already have everything already inside of us. We have it now. It's not that we need to learn more or be more or change who we are or fix ourselves. We are it now. And so what I see is that, when we think about our current reality and our desired reality, and it all depends on the identity that we're coming from, is how we orientate to our desired reality. Yeah, so we can either be in identity, like an old identity that doesn't serve us, and when we're in that identity, our desired reality, maybe it's our desired reality of living a life we love, maybe it's the forecourt orientational choices, maybe it's true choices, and when we're in that identity, we treat our desired reality like it's outside of us. We treat it like it's disconnected. However, when we're in our true identity, when we embody our true identity, our greatness, our genius, we actually, if you think about it, in our current reality, so we're either in our lower self-orientation or our higher self-orientation. And when we're in our lower, we don't see ourselves at the same level as our desired reality, and we see that it's outside of us. However, when we embody our identity, our true identity, our genius, our greatness, our higher identity, our identity that knows that we're already enough, we're already worthy, then we're sitting at the same level, and we're creating from that place. We're in the creative orientation. And as I said, and they're two very different identities, yeah? They're two very different ways of being. And it's not a becoming. It's like, we're either being in an identity that we need to fix ourselves, we need, we're not worthy, we're not good enough, we're not perfect, or we're an identity that we are enough, we are perfect, we are it now, we're being it now, and we just go for what it is that we want. And what I've really noticed recently with connecting with some incredible creators is that there's this real struggle with being in the identity that really serves them, or feeling like they're oscillating in and out and not really, being able to stay in their identity for a really long time. And so they start choosing to live a life they love. true choices, etc. And then they can't seem to shift out of getting caught up in that old identity of needing to fix and solve, and holding on to all other egoic agenda resistance. And so again, if anyone is connecting into this that is visual, it's kind of like this. It's like, well, my desired reality is here, and I'm in this lower vibration. I'm in this old identity of needing to fix myself. Yeah. And having awareness of being in a structure that doesn't serve them, and then really beating themselves up for it. That's what I'm seeing a lot, is like beating myself up. I'm giving the power away to being in this identity that doesn't serve, and feeling, as I say, like the desired reality is so outside. It's like it's out here. It's unattainable. It's unreachable. I'm not capable of creating it, and all the stories and beliefs that then unfold and unravel from there. And I'm sure that you can all relate to that at some point. And you see, our focus plays a really significant part in our creations, and it creates our reality. And it's not only what we focus on, it's what identity, it's who we are being as we're focusing on what it is that we desire. When we're focusing on something, we're giving energy to it. Yeah? Our consciousness is a form of energy. So the structure that in which you place your energy is what guides you. And so that's really, really important. So let me cover that again. When we are focusing on something, we are giving it energy. Our consciousness is a form of energy. So the structure in which you place your energy is what guides you, meaning whatever structure you're in, whatever identity you're in, that is what's going to guide you. That is what's going to create your reality. So therefore, it's important to be in the creative structure, the creative orientation, and coming from a powerful place that we let go of that old identity that has us believe that we're incomplete, that has us believe that we're not powerful, that we're not capable, and engage in, embody. So it's not stepping into being in an identity that is powerful, it's engaging and embodying, because it's already in here. Being in that identity that you are powerful, you are complete, you are whole right now. And then we can choose this right now. We can absolutely choose this right now. And when you are whole and complete right now, you can't be more enough, you can't be more worthy, more deserving. Then you simply get to guide yourself to your desires and be in the fun and play of your creations. And there's no need to solve or fix anything. Yeah? And so, a gentle reminder that we have been in our problem identity for years. So it can take time and awareness and good practice and focus to find yourself more in this identity that serves you, other than not. But yet we tend to beat ourselves up. It's like, I'm learning this work and I'm understanding this work, but I'm beating myself up because I've noticed that I'm in an identity that doesn't serve me. And what's really powerful when we notice that is, okay, that's okay. Just acknowledge it. Just acknowledge it. Okay, I see that I'm showing up in an identity that doesn't serve me. However, I'm going to choose to embody and embrace this identity of me being powerful, of this identity and knowing that I am worthy and I am enough and I am capable. And, everything is just perfect the way that it is now. And we know that what we focus on grows. What we focus on grows. Remembering in the focus of creating, how you want it, that of which you don't want doesn't exist. So there's no need to fix anything, right? There's no need to feel like you need to step into something or change who you are in order to have what it is that you want. Because your focus is so clear on what it is that you want, and you're showing up in an identity that serves and supports that. There is so much energy and focus on what you do want that there is no room for anything else. We leave no room for anything other than being the predominantly powerful creator. And the more you are it now, the less room, as I said before, the less room there is for anything. So we embody our identity and we choose who it is that we are right now. And I think sometimes we can get a little bit out of practice. So what we're actually going to do today, which I'm really excited about, is we're going to do the identity matrix. One of my favorites that that I've done quite a few times when I was working with Chris and the team at Conscious Education. And it's very, very powerful because, sometimes when we're in an identity that doesn't serve us, it's not really that easy. It can be a challenge to really embody and embrace our higher identity, to really be in the creative orientation, to be connected to our higher self. And so doing the identity matrix is a beautiful way of really, accessing certain aspects of ourselves. Yeah, so who's up for that? Let me know in the chat box. I'd love to see some energy in the chat box. Let me know what's really landing for you. I'll give you some time to type. Ready to go? Yes, please. Yes, I love it. Love it. Beautiful. Yay, so good. Thank you. Thank you. I always love checking out the chat box and feeling everyone's energy. Nice, Karen. Definitely wanting to shift my focus and structure. Yeah, beautiful. So yeah, and the times that we might find it, really hard accessing certain aspects of ourselves, feeling challenged or stepping into the identity of who you are, who you are right now, really being it, having trouble accessing really, feeling perhaps powerful or confident or loving or funny or creative or feeling limitless, or even how to feel with $1 million in your bank account. Maybe there are attributes of yourself that you would like to connect more into. And so again, remembering that it's not like it's outside of you when, we can use the words like, I'm not confident, but we are confident in many things. We might not be confident to get out on stage and speak, but we feel confident when we brush our teeth in the morning. So we get so conditioned to say, oh, I'm not good at this, or I'm not good at that. I'm not. But in actual fact, there are lots of parts of us that already are it now. And what we want to do is build that and bring that more out, embody that, embrace it, and build that muscle, so to say. Yeah. Right. So, it just means that we haven't practiced it. So anything that you want, that you desire to feel within yourself, it's just that you haven't practiced it. You haven't brought it more into your consciousness. We've filled it up with other things that we're telling ourselves that we're not. And you're allowed to have the experience of all aspects of self. Yeah? We just need to choose to practice it. So in this beautiful exercise of the identity matrix, we'll be building this identity and connecting into the energy of aspects and attributes that you see in others. And you're going to bring it into your own identity. The identity matrix is just such a super, powerful thing that you can use at any time. And you can change the boxes in the future. You can change the boxes in the future to anything that you desire to, you know, connect more to in your identity. So I'm going to share my screen with you for those of you that are visual like me. I'm a super visual person, super visual learner. And so as I share this, because for some of you, this might be really new. For some of you, you're like, oh, goody, I get to do this again. Because I know some of you on this call have done it a few times. And I think no matter how many times you've done it, it's just so powerful. And it just really extracts out what we know is already there within us. Like, it is just absolutely beautiful. So the identity matrix, what you may like to do, if you can, you may like to grab a piece of paper and a pen. And I think this would be good, unless you've got one heck of an incredible memory. I think it would be really awesome for you to grab a pen and paper, or I don't know, pop it up on your computer, however you would like to work with this. So you can see that there is a beautiful big box and it has 9 squares in it, but only 8 numbers. Only 8 numbers. And so don't worry about when you're drawing this out for it to be perfect. You could simply just draw, you know, the middle line's this line down here and here, and you know, the 2 across. And so you'll see that there's a star in the middle. This star is you. This star is you. You are the star. And we have some numbers that are going around the star. So down the bottom, we have 1, 2, 3. Then in the next level, we have 4. And then we have the star, which is you, and then 5. Then 6, 7, 8. Now, you don't need to remember all these things up the top, these numbers, and I'm going to take you through each of them. But I actually would love to explain them now, so that as we're going through, we have a little bit more of a, you know, a nicer flow through things. Okay. So when we look at number 1, and so you're going to write in each of these boxes who this is. So you might quickly do it now, but we are actually going to go through it properly. I'm just going to touch on each of these and give you an example of who I might put in there, and then we'll actually go through it together. Okay. So so number 1 is someone who has a perspective or outlook on life that you would like. So for me, that is Chris Duncan. He has, you know, he has a perspective or outlook on life that I would like. A fictional character who has attributes that you would like. So I have Minnie Mouse. Minnie she's classy, she's cheerful, she's feminine, she's filled to the brim with love and affection, she's sweet, you know, but you know, she actually has a no-nonsense demeanor as well. So she's, you know, she's kind of sassy as well, and I love that. Number 3 is, you know, a family or an ancestor who supports you. A family or an ancestor who supports you. For me, I put my mum in there. Number 4, a wise counselor who has wisdom to give. I've put William Whitecloud. So you might have like a mentor, or, you know, someone that you follow. So again, you don't need to fill this in right now. I'm just giving you suggestions, and then we're actually going to go through this properly, okay? So don't be like, oh my God, I can't keep up. So number 4 is William Whitecloud for me. And so number 5 is like a role model who has what you would like. Who has what you would like. So for me, you know, Mel Robbins, I love what it is that she does. I love how she has her business. So again, just someone, you know, a role model who has what you would like. The number 6, someone you love or adore, and it can be a person, and it can be an animal, and they don't necessarily have to still be alive. Okay, just someone that you love and adore. And then number 7 is you, but one step closer to your creations. I'll explain how all that works. And then number 8 is just you at the end of your life. Okay, you at the end of your life. So would you like me to leave this up, or everyone's just give me a number 1 in the chat box if you've got everything that you need, whether you want me to keep the screen up or you're good with me just. You're good. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. And if you're watching the replay, you can screenshot this or you can pause it so that you've got it if you need, but I am taking you through it all anyway, so that's all good. Beautiful. So I would love for you to start at number 1 and fill it in. Fill them in, and so what I would love, so again, those that are watching the replay, you can just pause this and take your time and then press play. Those that are on live, of course, we're doing it together. So let's start at number 1, and so the number 1 is someone who has a perspective or outlook on life that you would like. So please, when you have that and you've got that written down in your number 1 box, please give me a number 1 in the chat box. And you don't need to overthink it and be like, oh gosh, I've got to get the right person in. You know, it's just someone who has a perspective or outlook on life that you would like. Beautiful. Cool. Teresa, have you got it? Kathy, have you got it? Yep, cool. Thumbs up. Awesome. Beautiful. Okay. Number 2, a fictional character who has attributes that you would like. I mean, it could be Superman, it could be Superwoman. You know, it could just be one clear attribute. Like it doesn't matter. Again, you don't have to get too caught up in it. But you know, a fictional character. Think of some movies, cartoons. And then give me a number 2 in the chat box when you've got it. And so this part of filling it out is just the first part, okay? This is the first part, and then you're actually going to be embodying these people, which is really cool. Right. Good, beautiful, got loads of 2s. So number 3 is a family or ancestor who supports you. That's in box number 3, by the way. And of course, giving me a number 3 when you have filled that in. If you have any questions, please just type it in. Let me know if you've got any questions. I think it's pretty straightforward, but please don't suffer in silence. If you've got any questions, just ask me. Beautiful. Some number 3s coming in. Okay, great point. So we can't have the same person in two boxes. So just find someone else, Michael. Thank you for asking that question. That was an important part that I forgot to mention. So perfect. Yeah, you can't have the same person in twice or more than once. Beautiful. Right, are we ready for number 4? Kathy, you got your number 3? Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, number 4, a wise counselor who has wisdom to give. Has wisdom to give. It doesn't have to be someone that you personally know. Okay, beautiful. Karen's already put it up in number 4. You're onto it. So when you've got it, then put number 4 in the chat box. Beautiful. A wise counselor who has wisdom to give. Yes. All right. So box number 5. Remembering it's not the one in the very middle because this is you. Box number 5 is a role model who has what you would like. A role model who has what you would like. Again, someone you know. You don't have to know them personally. It could be someone that you follow. And there, as I said, I put Mel Robbins. Sometimes it's Marie Forleo. It can be, it's cool. So Karen's got number 5. So give me a number 5 when you've got it. Beautiful. Number 6, someone you love and adore. Or it could be an animal. Put a number 6 when you've got that. Someone that you love and adore. For me, it's my husband. Nice. I think we've got all 6s there. Beautiful. Number 7. Number 7 is you one step closer or a little bit further ahead with your creations. So what would that be like? You just write it down. So it's basically your next action step to take. Your future self. You just a little bit further ahead. You've created something. Maybe it's your coaching business. Maybe you've created a program. There's lots of things that you could be putting in there, right? Beautiful. Number 7, got it. So you've just, it's you've completed something. Just think of your true choices and be like, oh yeah, okay, I've got this next thing complete. And then number 8, you don't have to put anything in there. This is just you at the end of your life, okay? Beautiful, beautiful. So if we were in person, I would have you all standing up. So imagining, again, I'm just going to share my screen with you. So you imagine if you were standing you're standing, and this is where you're standing. And then I'll ask you to step into box number 1, and then bring that back into you. Box number 2, hopefully you can see my little wee cross cursor thing there, and then back. Okay, number 3 in the bottom right, and then back into the middle. So you can, if you desire, you can actually stand up and do this. You don't have to. You can sit. You just want to close your eyes and just imagine that you're in the box. Okay, you're in the box. You're in the box, and you're actually shifting into these specific squares. Okay, so you might have your piece of paper with you, so just so that you remind yourself who's in what box and how it works. But I will be guiding you through, so you choose again whether you want to sit, whether you would like to stand and do it, whatever feels good for you. So you can have your eyes closed. I think if you're sitting, it's nice to have your eyes closed. But again, it's up to you. I know for me, when I have my eyes closed, I feel like I'm embodying it even more and even deeper. And you can, quickly open them and look down at what your box is for the next person. So what we're going to be doing is building a new identity, picking up the best characteristics from those that you have chosen, and then putting them all together, and then we're going to mix them for you to experience this beautiful stirring and mixing of emotions and all of them together, and you will be embodying your new identity. Sound good? Give me number 1 on the chat box if you are ready to rock and roll. Beautiful. Awesome. So good. So good. So go ahead and close your eyes. And just imagine that you're in the middle of the identity matrix. You're the star in the middle with all of these beautiful characters around you. And just take a moment to really connect into being very present and choosing, setting a very clear intention to get the most out of doing this identity matrix exercise. And again, let's go ahead using the deep relaxation technique, conditioning your unconscious, saying in your mind or out loud, unconscious, deep relaxation, and taking 3 big deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. That's it. Maybe you just allow yourself to move a little, shift any energy that needs to be shifted. And just relax into where you are, whether you're sitting or standing. And just imagine that you are the star in the middle of the matrix. And just imagine behind you to the left in square 1, I want you to imagine stepping into that square. Someone who has a perspective or outlook on life that you would like. And just remember who it is that you put in there. Or maybe quickly open your eyes and have a look and see who it is to remind yourself. And close your eyes again and just become them, become that person. Notice what it's like to be this person in their body. Seeing with their eyes, hearing with their ears. Just imagine what it's like to be this person. Just allow yourself to feel good to be in their body for a moment and just see what their outlook on life is, how life feels to them. And feeling it within you. That's it. Now take this feeling and perspective and step back into the middle square, bringing back the outlooks and perspectives that felt good, that feel relevant, and add them to what you're already feeling. Beautiful. And now behind you, stepping behind you to box number 2, a fictional character who has attributes that you would like. And as you step back, just become this character. Become this character. What does it feel like to be this character, to live as this character? As this character does, just seeing through their eyes and just feeling from their body what it's like to be this character. Notice. And then step back into the middle, taking back all the attributes that you would love. And just feel how good that feels. Feel all of these feelings and attributes that you're bringing back into you. Just feel how good that feels. Now imagining stepping behind you to the right, the square, the family or ancestor who supports you, who wants the best for you. They want the best for you and your family, and just become this person for a moment. Feel the support, feel the care, feel the love. And just notice what it's like for this person to love and care for you. Feeling that support. Just feeling the attributes of this person, what it's like to be them, all the beautiful attributes. And now step back into the middle, bringing that back into the middle. Just letting all of these attributes and feelings, just letting them stir in together. Now step to your left, to number 4, the wise counselor, who has wisdom to give you. Become them. See through their eyes, feel from their heart, be in their body, and just notice what wisdom they want to give you. What wisdom is available? Now take that wisdom, take all of it, and experience of applied knowledge back into the center, and allow for it to stack up and build up, and just notice how it feels to be all of these. Just feel it in your body. Just notice every cell in your body as you're bringing all of these beautiful feelings and attributes back into the middle, into yourself. Now to the right of you is number 5, is the role model who has what you would like, who has something that you would love to experience. And to step into them, how does it feel to be them, to experience that of which you would really love? Just become them. How's life like for them? What are the choices that they make? How do they show up in life? How do they create? What do they embody? Just take that, everything that you're noticing, just notice how it feels in your body. And take the feeling of your true end result of this role model and bring it back to your middle square, back to you, and add it to everything else, and just feel it in your heart. Just feel it all just accumulating and stirring beautifully together. And now next, in front of you to the left, is square number 6, someone that you love and adore. Step into them and just notice how it feels being you loving them. How does it love for no other reason? Just feel that feeling in your body. You love this person. Just bring all of that energy and that feeling and the attributes about them of why you love them so much, and just feel it in your body and bring it back into the middle. As you give that same love, giving it to yourself, giving that love that you gave to that person, how much you love and adore them, giving that to yourself and bringing it back into the middle. Feeling how good that feels. Now stepping in front of you, number 7, this is you a little bit further ahead in your creations, and just consider this milestone of what it is for you. Just experience yourself, you just a little bit further in your creative process, just a little bit further down the track. This is you, but just a little bit different. Your current reality has shifted. How does it feel? How are you showing up as that future self? And bringing that feeling of momentum, of movement, of the celebration of progress and creation, bringing that back into the middle. Just feel that in every cell of your body. How good does that feel? Feeling it all stirring and accumulating, amplifying. Now finally, number 8, to the front and to the right of you, This is you at the end of your life looking back at all that you have created, feeling this satisfactory feeling completely satisfied with everything that you have achieved. Successful, happy, grateful, fulfilled. Step into that and just notice what it's like to have a satisfied life. A life that had meaning, a life that had purpose, a life that had fulfillment. A life that you know that you just embraced your fullest genius and greatness and went all in on creating all aspects of life that you would love. And as you connect into you at the end of your life, looking back at all that you've created, and the joy and celebration of how satisfying it was to create. Bring the you with a satisfied life back into the middle. That's it. And now start to mix it all up. Start to spin all of the energies. Spinning all the energies around you. Bringing in your number one, the person who has a perspective and outlook on life that you like. Number two, your fictional character. Number three, your family or ancestor who supports you. Number four, your wise counselor who has wisdom to give. Number five, your role model who has what it is that you would like. Number six, someone that you love and adore. Number seven, the you, one step closer to your creations. Number eight, you at the end of your life, feeling fully satisfied and going all in on what it is that you created. And notice how it feels to have this swirl around you, coming closer and closer, closer and closer, and just really landing in every cell of your body. Mixing it all up and just allowing it to become you. Feel those feelings. Notice how it feels and just breathe it all in. Just take a nice big deep breath, breathing in, breathing it all in, of all aspects of all of the identity matrix. Feel it in your body. Feel the full engagement of being in your true identity. Feel it in every cell of your body. And not only feel it, in this moment in time, I invite you to choose it. Choose this. And knowing this is your truth. And go ahead and put a smile on your face as you have your eyes closed. And maybe you have your hand on your heart and just fully, deeply connect into you. Your identity. The you that's already there. That you choose, you get to choose to come from a place of already being it. You're in the identity as you show up in your current reality. You're in your creative orientation. You're in your high vibration. You're in your higher self. This is you and your higher self. And you're on the same level as your desired reality. It is no longer outside of you. It is no longer on a different level or a different vibration. You already are it. And when you're ready, taking a nice big deep breath in and out, and coming back to the conversation. Maybe you need to shake it out a little. Wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes. And let me know how that feels for you. What did you experience? How are you feeling now relative to being in an identity that really serves you? So instead of stepping into the identity of who you're choosing to become, you're embodying your true identity that connects you to your true level and fully connects you to your desired reality. Let me know if you are back. It can take a little bit to come back from that sometimes. But did you love it? Let me know. Let me know in the chat box. Did you love it? How was that experience for you? Maybe you found that some of the, the boxes, the identities were easier to tap into than others. A little dazed feeling. Love it. It really is so powerful, isn't it? So, so powerful. So, coming from a place of already being it. So this is where I feel that the identity matrix takes me, and we were talking about this a little bit before, is, when we have our current reality and our desired reality, when we show up in our true identity, we're on the, we're in a creative orientation, we're on the same level. We see ourselves as the same level. We see ourselves that our current reality is on the same level as what it is that we desire. It's not outside of us. It's not like we're sitting down here in an identity that doesn't serve us, and our desired reality is like it's outside of us, it's unattainable, it's at a completely different level, that we have to reach for it. I have to reach, I have to change, I have to reach to be able to bring it to me. And this is one thing that has really served me, and I would love for you to think about this moving forward when you are thinking about your desired reality. When we're in a current reality, regardless of what our current reality is, right? When we're coming from an identity that doesn't serve us, we're coming from I'm in this lower identity that I need to fix and change, and we're well associated with that identity, right? And we look at it like our desired reality is outside of us, and we need to get to it. I need to get to it. However, what I find really powerful is when I embody me in my greatness and genius, and I embody being in an identity that is being in the creative orientation and the creative structure, that I already am it now and I'm just choosing to be it now. I think of it in this way more of I'm showing up as my future self. I'm showing up as already being it now. I'm showing up as powerful and confident. And when I'm showing up as that now, it's like I'm embodying myself in my desired reality, and my current reality is sitting in front of me. And I'm bringing my current reality to me. So see the difference My desired reality is outside of me. I'm trying to get to it. I'm embodying being it now, being that of which I desire right now, and really embodying my greatness and genius now. And I just notice that my current reality, like it's sitting in front of me, and I'm bringing it to me. So powerful. It's something that really changed things dramatically for me, and those that I've taught this to also see it in a completely different light. So fill me in the chat box. What has been your biggest takeaway from today? What's really landed for you? Maybe it's been a great reminder. Maybe it sparked something new for you. Either way, I think it's really nice to acknowledge for you what's really landed, what's been a takeaway for you. I'll give you all time to type. I know some of you are working and may not be able to type, but it's so good to have you on the call anyway. What's really landed for you? You know, for me, what really landed the most when I was putting this together was just how much we can easily stay in this struggle of being an identity that doesn't serve us and still trying to connect into our desired reality. Well, we are connecting to a desired reality, you know, being in our morning rituals, doing our morning, routines, connecting into our four core orientational choices, our true choices, but actually coming from a place of being in an identity that doesn't serve us. So think about that next time when you go to do your orientational choices. What identity am I actually connecting into them before I begin? What identity am I connecting into these choices from? That's another really powerful thing that really landed for me, is to really ensure that I'm coming from this really beautiful connected space, because what's true for me is when I do that, when I'm in my end result, my visions and my emotions amplify. Love the identity matrix and stepping into the feeling and embodying that. We'll have to watch the replay as I have missed a little bit. That's okay. Bringing the current reality to me. Nice, Kathy. I love it. I love it. Beautiful. Is there anyone else that's still typing? I don't want to cut anyone off if you're still typing, but totally cool. I don't expect everyone to have to type in, but it's just so beautiful to get the feedback. Nice. And look at that. I've actually finished on time. This is a big thing for me. Kathy's laughing because she knows. She knows. We've done well. We've done well. So we have those that are part of Chats and Connection. We have that coming up. And actually, let me know in the chat box. Do you want to just, we can just not wait half an hour and start Chats and Connection now? Should we do that? Or does anyone need I think we might do that, hey? We might. Shall we? Like, who else might jump on? Actually, no, flag that. We'll keep it at the original time because maybe others might be jumping on, and I would hate to actually, have them not come in at the start. So I do hope that I see you all in half an hour, those of you that are part of the inner circle, and I'm excited to, chat more. Right. Much love to you all, and thanks for those that are watching the replay as well. We're here to support, so ensure that anything that you need, please jump into school. You can ask the team, so you can directly message my team or me, and we really want to ensure that you have the best experience possible and that you are absolutely connecting into your greatness and genius. So anything that we can do to support, we're absolutely here for you all. Much love. Look forward to connecting with you all really soon. Bye for now.